In a victory of sorts for Democrats, voters in Tuesday's state and local elections delivered stinging rebukes to some high-profile Republican-backed initiatives. In the battleground state of Ohio, voters decisively rejected a law that curbed union bargaining rights for public employees, including teachers, firefighters, and police officers. In Mississippi, voters rebuffed an anti-abortion measure that would have defined life as beginning at conception. Both moves dealing big blows to Republicans a year before the 2012 elections.
The results told a remarkably consistent story. The voters were saying no to what they saw as ideological extremism or measures that they regarded as going too far, and they were saying yes to problem solving.
In another example, Arizona voters ousted State Senator Russell Pierce, the architect of a tough immigration law that put the state at the forefront of the national debate. But the rejection of what voters saw as overreaching hit both parties. The same voters who said no to Ohio's anti-union law also said no to a key provision of President Obama's health care legislation, which would mandate insurance coverage for all individuals.
I think voters are intensely frustrated with both political parties. They're trying to send a message not to one party or the other, but to the entire political system. For heaven's sake, focus on what we care about and do it in a spirit of problem solving rather than point scoring.
Tuesday's elections proved that it wasn't all about change for the sake of change. Kentucky's Democratic governor easily won another term, and Mississippi voters kept their governor's office in GOP hands, even as they shot down the conservative anti-abortion initiative.
I think there's a very clear message to national politicians and to candidates of all stripes in both parties. If you run as an extremist, an ideological zealot next year, you're going to get your clock cleaned. If you run as a problem solver, you're on the people's wavelength.
But with a year to go before the 2012 elections, a lifetime in politics, today's wavelength might just be tomorrow's history. Kelly Daschle, Associated Press.